Depth charge here for another politically themed video. And I hope we are all successfully processing the election last month that seems to have no end. Apparently, Joe Biden got over 81 million votes, won 25 states and the District of Columbia, and President Trump got 74 million votes and won 25 states. I have my doubts about these results, as do many, many others. Was there widespread voter fraud, and was this election stolen? I'm not in a position to state that there was, with complete confidence, but many others think so. I think we played with fire in this election, and we got burned. Massive amounts of mail-in ballots, drive-through voting, curbside voting, drop-box voting, and anything other than voting in person inside a building has the potential for problems, lots of problems. And how do we recover from this? Do the states tell people that they can't vote by mail after they voted by mail in the 2020 election? We shall see. But it's tough to change rules like these after they are established. The media has declared Joe Biden the winner of this election, for what it's worth. So I'd like to take this opportunity to provide a sample of what he believes, what he thinks is appropriate, and what policies that he wants to be the law of the land. The following is a short list and a little bit of commentary on my part. A $15 nationwide minimum wage. Completely eliminate the oil industry.
I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, and I am not going to cooperate.
Assume that an accusation is true when someone accuses another of a crime. In other words, guilty until proven innocent. Does this apply to Tara Reade's accusation of sexual assault toward you, Mr. Vice President? Recommend that masks be worn by all of us for at least the first 100 days of his presidency. Believes that people with a particular skin color, well, we know the rest.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Ban and confiscate semi-automatic weapons and decide what we need or don't need.
You need 100 rounds in your... No, I did not say that. I did not say that. It's a viral video like the other ones you're putting out that are simply a lie.
Oh, you just clarified it.
Wait. Take your AR-14s and look.
Punching and kicking someone behind a gymnasium because he doesn't like what that someone says.
When a guy who ended up becoming a national leader said, I can grab a woman anywhere and she likes it, and then said, I made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. They asked me would I like to debate this gentleman. I said, no. I said, if we were in high school, I'd take you behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Touching underage girls inappropriately.
You got it? Okay.
And the people in the back, you could spread out a little bit, like that gentleman can spread out there.
Of course I would. What's your name? I'm Maria.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Saying that he won't answer a question until after the election and that the voters don't deserve to know the answer to this question before the election.
Sir, I've got to ask you about packing the courts, and I know that you said yesterday you aren't going to answer the question until after the election, but this is the number one thing that I've been asked about from viewers in the past couple of days.
Well, you've been asked by the viewers who are probably Republicans who don't want me continuing to talk about what they're doing to the court right now.
Well, sir, don't the voters deserve to know?
No, they don't.
This is Joseph R. Biden, the media-crowned president-elect of the USA. I think anything can happen with the electoral vote later this month and in January, so we will see what happens. Now, let me be perfectly honest about Joe Biden and my opinion of him. He is a disgusting man who has said and done inexcusable things, as evidenced by his words and deeds. I'm not saying that the citizens who voted for Joe Biden are bad people. I am focusing my criticism on this particular politician. So please, Twitter and YouTube, don't flag this video as bullying or harassment, because it's not bullying or harassment to simply be critical of a public figure. As I conclude this video, I'm going to talk about the two bodies of our legislature in Washington, D.C. The House of Representatives will be controlled by the Democrats, and the Senate will hopefully be controlled by the Republicans. I say hopefully in regards to the Senate because there are two Senate races in Georgia that will be decided in a runoff election in January. Hopefully, both Republicans will be victorious and Mitch McConnell will remain the majority leader. I don't care for Mitch McConnell in many ways, as I have said in a previous video, but I may become his biggest fan if he can master the art of blocking legislation. When the House passes a $15 minimum wage, block any consideration in the Senate. When the House passes a $4 or $5 trillion spending bill, block it. When the House passes a bill that mandates masks or the confiscation of private property, block it. No compromise, no consideration, block. The Democrats in D.C. have given up on getting along and playing nice. Take it away, Madam Speaker.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with their allies in the Congress of the United States. It's really actually shameful. Enemies of the state.
So here's my final message in a video in 2020 to the Republicans in D.C. Don't play nice with a party whose leader calls you enemies of the state. Say no to their bad ideas and propose policies inspired by good ideas. Will this happen? Who knows? But a content creator on YouTube and BitChute can dream. And that's it for my final politically themed video for 2020. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment below letting me know what you think, as well as hitting that thumbs up button. The links to my other channels are in the description. Check them out and consider subscribing to all my channels, especially the BitChute one, because BitChute needs our support now more than ever. And please continue to be kind and support each other, as these are uncertain times.